Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video comes from MJ Truth Ultra on X. It's his post, but it's from RSBN. It's the cabinet meeting that Trump held. And this is the USDA secretary. This is going to be a pretty shocking statement that's getting ready to happen here. So let's check it out.
We have so much great things to talk about at USDA, but the third thing, which became very much a part of the national conversation during the Democrat shutdown, was SNAP reform, food stamp reform. When all of America saw what so many of us know and have been working on, but when you have so much rampant fraud in a program that 42 million Americans participate in, now big good piece of news that I hope is written about. Since you became president, about 800,000 of those 42 million have moved off of food stamps, which is hopefully the plan, with better jobs, higher wages, etc. But still, when we found 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states. In February...
Sorry, I got to pause this for a second. You hear that? 500,000 people receiving benefits twice. Some people in 6 different states. 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used for food stamps. That's insane.
Of this year, we asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states, and that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, the blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer. As Joe Biden was working to buy an election a year ago, he increased food stamp program funding by 40%. So now as we continue to roll that back. So the partnership in Making America Healthy Again is also in food stamps, but a lot of what Bobby and I are doing together is really remarkable. But again, just gratitude and joy.
That's unbelievable to me. That 21 blue states, the Democrat-controlled states, refuse to turn over the data to the federal government so that they can get funding for their people. How else are we supposed to find the fraud if we don't have the data? The blue states aren't going to do it. There's no logical reason why you wouldn't turn over that information and get the federal funding to fund the food stamp program in your state. The only logical reason you wouldn't is because you know that there's fraud and you're trying to protect that fraud. That's it. So because of Democrats hating Trump and not wanting to cooperate with Trump and not wanting to get the illegals off of food stamps, not wanting to get the fraud exposed and shut down, because of that, the people in their states are going to suffer. And they're going to turn around and blame Trump. But if they turn over the data like the 29 red states did, then they would get the funding. And the people in those states would have the SNAP program. But they're going to lose the federal funding for the SNAP program in the blue states because they're not cooperating. That is just so dumb to me. It makes no sense whatsoever why you would do that. I mean, the only possible reason, as I said, it has to be that they're protecting the fraud, and most likely it's because that illegals are getting the food stamps, and they don't want everybody to know, because they've been claiming they don't, even though they do, and we all know they do. But this is just another example of the fact that the Democrat Party does not give a damn about the people. They don't care about the Democrat voters at all. They don't care about the people who are hungry, who need to be fed. They don't give a damn. Because if they did, they would want to get the fraud and abuse out of the system too. Because if you get all the fraudulent stuff out of the system, then that's more money for the people that are actually needing the help. And where I come down on this, I have absolutely zero problem with the food stamp program at all. I think if you're at the poverty level or a little bit above the poverty level, whatever the determination is that you need it, I have absolutely zero problem with people getting it if they need it. But what I do have a problem with is people who aren't even citizens, who aren't supposed to be here, getting taxpayer benefits. I do have a problem with fraud, with people getting multiple food stamp benefits in multiple states and stuff. That stuff's crazy. And we're like $39 trillion in debt. There's no way we can keep doing this stuff. The country's going to collapse. We've got to fix it. And for them to just say, no, we're not going to turn over the data, what do they think is going to happen? Of course they're not going to get the funding. And then they're going to cry and whine about it, and they're going to make a big deal about it. And their voters don't pay attention to anything, so they're not going to know what the truth is. They're going to say, Trump cut off our food stamps. Even though it's actually the blue states that cut off your food stamps because they're not getting the federal funding. So either they have to fund it themselves or they have to comply. And the majority of blue states are not funding it themselves because they don't have any money, because they spend money like idiots. Every single blue state is massively in debt. They're constantly spending too much money on social programs and dumb stuff that they don't need to be spending money on. They are the worst at economics. The absolute worst. So there's no way they're going to be able to cover this themselves. They're constantly broke. So of course they're going to blame Trump, and it's going to be a big political hoopla with the Democrats yelling about how evil Trump is, and the Republicans having to answer them and tell them what the truth is, and it's just a big-ass waste of time. And during this big waste of time, people who are hungry, who need help, are not going to be getting what they need. All because they're trying to make political hay. It's dumb as hell. And I, for one, I'm so sick and tired of this nonsense. Just do what's right for the damn people. Period. I don't give a shit if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Do what's right for the population, man. Do what's right for the country. You know damn well you got fraud in the system. You know damn well that it needs to be fixed. But you're not going to turn over the data and let them fix it. And you're not going to fix it yourself. You're not capable of fixing any damn thing. Look at every single blue state and blue city. They're all fucking destroyed, man. They're all terrible. The cities are run horribly. The state is run horribly. It's just a joke, man. It's such a damn joke that we have to constantly fight these idiots over and over and over again for everything. Can't even fix the damn country because these damn Democrats are dragging their feet constantly. It is ridiculous. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. As always, up to you to make up your own mind, and I'll catch you on the next one. Till I speak to you again. Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do we. Bye-bye.